वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Today we will read a shloka from Bhagavad Gita, which is in 9th chapter, where he gives us a promise. Lord Krishna gives his devotees a promise where they can find the ultimate happiness, and he gives a promise to protect them and to help them achieve whatever is lacking in their life. The term he uses here is Yogakshemam. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasade tesham nityabhyuktanam Yogakshemam vahamyaham. Yogakshemam means Lord will protect whatever you cherish in your life, material objects as well as spiritual wealth, spiritual progress that you have made so far. Lord Krishna says he will protect that, and he says he will protect and he will help us to achieve whatever is lacking in our life. So that is Yogakshemam. So he says I will give you Yogakshemam if you do these two things. One is Ananya Chintanam, that is the term he uses here. Ananya Chintanam, which means one-pointedness. In order to have one-pointedness in our life, we should have a goal set in our life. So everybody is running after a lot of things, which we would think, okay, by doing this, we would make a to-do list. If I do this and this will make me happy. So we are thinking, okay, all these karmas, all these actions will lead us to happiness, ultimate happiness. But what is happening in our life? Did any of these things make us eternally happy? Can any of these things make us happy eternally? Can it give us eternal happiness, everlasting happiness? No. All these happiness are short-lived. They would come and go. Nothing can stay. So God is giving us, Lord Krishna is giving us a way to achieve the everlasting happiness. So we should have a goal set in our life that, okay, I want to achieve this everlasting peace. What is the way? To find our own true self, to recognize our true nature. That is the way to happiness. That will end the suffering. So that is the goal that we should, or every spiritual seeker, we should have this goal set in our life. And then the path towards achieving this goal is called dharma. So dharma charanam. So when we follow this dharma, whatever action is necessary to follow this dharma, that is the swadharma. So all these actions and path that we take towards this dharma, towards this goal, we will do these actions. We will perform this action with a sense of surrender, knowing that this oneness, this formless awareness is in everyone and in everything. These are all costumes and expressions of awareness. Knowing this truth, we act from that space of oneness. So our mind is not polluted with ragas and dveshas. These likes and dislikes and attachments and aversions are the stumbling blocks to find eternal peace and happiness, according to Gita. So in Gita, Bhagavan says, I will protect you and I will help you to achieve that everlasting happiness if you do Ananya Chintanam. That means one-pointedness. Practice one-pointedness towards achieving God or achieving or recognizing true self. So if you set that goal, I will help you to achieve that goal. Ananya Chintanam. So do not get distracted with all these 100,000 things that we see every day. All these things, all these distractions, don't go chasing them. Just be focused in your goal of recognizing your true self. So Ananya Chintanam, that is one thing. Next thing is Paryupasanam. Paryupasanam means living your life with a sense of surrender, performing your actions as a puja to Lord. So that is another step of achieving Yoga Kshema. So Ananya Chintanam and Paryupasana. So when I talk about Ananya Chintanam, I remember a story of Kunti Devi. Kunti Devi is the mother of Pandavas in Mahabharata, epic Mahabharata. So after the Kurukshetra war, Lord Krishna is about to leave Pandavas and he's about to go to Dwaraka. He's asking everybody, okay, what do you want? What do you all want? Give me, just say one wish to be granted. So everybody asked for a lot of things to go beyond suffering and so many things. But Kunti Devi was Lord Krishna's father's sister. So she's his aunt. So when he asked her what she wanted, she said only one thing, which became history, which became such a great expression of spiritual growth. She asked him to give her more suffering so that she can remember him always. So this is another way of Ananya Chintanam. Her goal is set towards achieving Lord, achieving eternal happiness. Her goal is set towards achieving true happiness and finding her own true self. So you can take it anyway, anyhow you want. It's Bhakti Marga or Jnana Marga. But all these paths leads to oneness, that eternal happiness. So Kunti Devi's goal is set to liberation. So she knows that if I can remember Lord Krishna always, Lord Krishna as Paramatma, the awareness, the consciousness that resides in her, that is her true Swarupa. She knows that if I can remember that in Krishna as Krishna, she will go beyond this cycle of samsara, birth and death, which means she can get through this suffering. So she asks Krishna to give her more suffering so that she can always remember him. Who would ask for such a wish? So that only a person who has such spiritual growth can ask this question, ask this as a wish. So Ananya Chintanam means there is no end to sufferings. We all have so many things going on in our life, family, things that are going on in the families and office, spiritual sufferings. Lots of sufferings are there. So use these as an opportunity to make your path strong, so that there's no distraction. So Lord Krishna says, Ananya Chintanam. If you're not distracted with so many goals and so many to-do lists, your goal should be one, and that leading that path towards that goal should be your dharma, and that oneness and feeling of oneness and achieving that oneness, you're recognizing your true nature will help you get out of this suffering. So he's promising all his devotees to do this, to practice this one pointedness and living from that space of surrender. If everything is God, awareness, consciousness, how can one have hate towards anybody? If you want to stay away from this, from interacting from a person, that's fine, but you should not have any hatred towards that person. You should have that feeling of oneness. Whatever they did, it was everything is. If everything is God, according to scriptures and enlightened masters are telling us, everything, whatever this person did, that was all from one, coming from oneness. We are all one, and one doing this thing to the same. How can I hate this person? But it doesn't matter if you want to, if you don't want to interact with that person who did such things towards you, that's fine. But do not keep that hatred in your heart, because that can be a big stumbling block towards your spiritual progress. That is what it's saying. So that feeling of oneness, acting from that space of surrender, this is the real surrender, seeing everything as that oneness or one consciousness, and these are all expressions of that oneness, Advaitam. So practice this, try this out and see how it works for you. And if you become eternally happy and peaceful, that is the promise that Lord Krishna is giving us. So may this promise help you in your spiritual seeking. God bless.